Ah, round 23. I think we are. I think we're here. I think we're round 23. One more round after this, and it's time for the finals. Now listen, it's been a great season. It's been a hell of a season, but we are slowly wrapping it up. And man, it's been a long season as well, man. I know. We all been watching it. We all been reading it, listening to it. But another season's almost done. Another AFL season's almost done. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been great. I know I haven't been doing great with the live streams, but that's going to change for the finals. We will be going live for the finals. Every Brisbane game in the finals, we will go live for. Um, if hopefully no last minute, late minute stuff comes up, but Brisbane games we should be good. But as always, hope you guys are doing good and amazing. Let's go ahead and hop into round 22. Let's go back over it. Hawthorn beat Collingwood by 64 points. Collingwood have been free falling the last few weeks. Not good entering the finals. Geelong beat the Bombers pretty easy by 44. Bombers just beat the hell up. I mean, I think they lost like another player as well. Poor Bombers. Richmond losing St. Kilda only by 4. But good win by St. Kilda. Brisbane, tough loss against Sydney. Wasn't good. Was not great, but just a bad performance. Another loss at home as well, you could say. But we are beat. Lucky Neal's hurt. Ainsworth is hurt. We haven't really seen a lot of Kai Loman. I think Jack Payne's out for the year. It's a lot of injuries. We have a lot of injuries, especially in the back line. It's gonna be interesting how the season ends, but it's a lot of injuries. Gold Coast beat Carlton by 19. Freo beat Port Adelaide by 6. GWS beat North Melbourne. North Melbourne sucks. Melbourne loses to Western Bulldogs, like I predicted. Western Bulldogs beating Melbourne. Then lastly, Adelaide beating West Coast. So I did see though that Freo did come back in this game. I think ever since around 16 or 17, they've had 5 or 6 comeback wins. So Fremantle's good. Freo are a very good team. Very good team. It's gonna be an interesting team to see how they do in the finals. Where they have a similar comeback in finals, but we don't see. But let's go ahead and let's check out the ladder. Looking at this ladder, like I said, Colin down in 3rd place. Loser of the last 4 out of 5, and they got to play Adelaide as well. That's going to be a very big game. I think for Adelaide, this is a very big game for them. I think if they beat Collingwood, you can probably have them as favorites. Now, it sounds crazy, because a lot of people have Collingwood as favorites, and probably some people still have Collingwood as finals favorites. But Adelaide, and I keep saying again, that offensive powerhouse they have up front is just freaking phenomenal. 64 points up front. Geelong are second. Wins with 4 straight. Collingwood, like I said, lost the last 4 out of 5. Freo keep winning. Brisbane lost. In 5th place now. That's scary. That's scary. Gold Coast are in 6th. Hawthorn and GWS. And there's a chance. What if Brisbane falls to 8th? That means that they got to play an extra game. Don't want to see that. Western Bulldogs still in 9th place, trying to. They have won 3 straight, but maybe it's too late. But they are going to be West Coast Eagles. Sydney, St. Kilda, Ports, Melbourne, Carlton, Bombers, Richmond, North Melbourne, and West Coast. West Coast have won 1 game this season. Not really much to say about that. Tough season for them. Similar to last year and the year before. The only thing I'll say about West Coast is that you expected them to have a bit more growth, you could say. Like, I thought they're going to be a lot better, at least a few more wins. But to have 1 win this season, I think that's worse than last year. Like, they have regressed. It seems like, poor them. North Melbourne, at least they have 4 wins, but they've been losing as well, so they ain't nothing new with them. But that's the ladder. Adelaide, like I said, are in 1st. Brisbane, surprised, are in 5th. Collingwood are in 3rd. Geelong have been sneaky good this year. They're going to be a threat in the finals. Let's go and preview round 24. I'm sorry, round 23. Round 23. We are here. Friday, August 15th. Bombers against St. Kilda. 2 teams, not really much to play for, just trying to end the season off well. With the Bombers' injuries, I got St. Kilda beating the Bombers. Freo against Brisbane, Friday at 6:35 a.m. It's going to be a tough game. Honestly, we've had a lot of tough games the last few weeks. This time we are away, so hopefully that does help us playing away from the Gabba. I have Brisbane responding back being Freo. Freo, like I said, Freo, tough team, good team. Got to be ready for them. Got Brisbane being them. Gold Coast against GWS. GWS, like I said, good win last week. Gold Coast, they're tough. I think this game, you can really say it's a toss-up. you could say. And it sounds crazy, but you could say it's a toss up. And the reason I say that is because Gold Coast are on 6. They won 3 straight. GWS have won the last 4 out of 5. And GWS has got to win to hold off Western Bulldogs. And like I said, Western Bulldogs, they are going to beat West Coast Eagles. It's just that simple. So GWS has to win this week. And I think they lose to Gold Coast. I think Gold Coast does beat them. Pretty much clinch a top 8 spot and go from there. Carleton gets Port Adelaide, 2 of the most disappointing teams this season. Obviously, Carleton's had some injuries, most notably Charlie Curnow playing at the Marvel Stadium against Port Adelaide. I got Port Adelaide being Carleton. Both teams are not good this year, though. Carleton looks like are beat up as well. I got Port Adelaide being Carleton. Hawthorn against Melbourne. Hawthorn, 7th spot. And remember, this whole year, we was praising Hawthorn. Something like, Brisbane. We were praising, but we kind of felt like there was a bit of like faults in the team. I know Brisbane's my team. I'm being a bit more harsh on them, but you gotta just keep it real with them at times. But I do think Hawthorn at the MCG do beat Melbourne, just in Melbourne season. I mean, they have no chance of making top 8 anyway, but just in their season. This is probably the biggest game of potentially the year. Adelaide are at first place, going up against Collingwood, and Adelaide are probably playing Collingwood at the best time. In Collingwood, they crept in bed recently. And at the Adelaide Oval, it may sound crazy, but I can see Adelaide winning by like 20, 30 points. It sounds crazy, but I can see Adelaide really blowing Collingwood out the water. And if they do that, I think Adelaide gotta be known as probably the highest odds to win the finals entering it. Obviously, we still have one more week left, but I got Adelaide being Collingwood. North Melbourne against Richmond. Ain't really much to say about that. Ain't really much to say about that. Got Richmond being North Melbourne. Can't really say much more about that. I'm not gonna go much into depth about that. But I got Richmond being North Melbourne. Sydney against Geelong. Geelong are gonna be Sydney. And I seen Geelong. I was checking out some of like the injury reports from like some of the teams. Geelong seem like they've been pretty healthy throughout the year. Very good for them. Also, they have, Jeremy Cameron, who scored like over 70 goals this season. I think I've seen absolutely just crazy. And Jeremy Cameron, one of the best goal scorers, in the last, decade or so, really. But they're gonna beat Sydney, easy with that. Last game of the season, Western Bulldogs against West Coast. Western Bulldogs said the guy inside the top 8. It may be a little too late, but if GWS does lose to Gold Coast, which I do think they are gonna lose, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna have Gold Coast beating GWS. And yeah, Western Bulldogs beating West Coast, which is pretty much everybody knows that. Which means Western Bulldogs will be tied for 8th if that happens. So the last 2 rounds are interesting. Very, very good. Very, very amazing. We're gonna see how it goes. You guys let me know in the comments down below. See you guys soon. Peace.